And we are live. It worked. Relatively on time
Yay.
today.
That was awesome.
That was awesome. Welcome, guys. It is July 24th, 2015. It is close to 5-ish Eastern Standard Time, 2 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, and welcome to Exposé Live. This is another one of our live broadcasts that we've been doing for you guys, chatting, talking, answering questions, having special guests, showing you cool stuff. I'm joined on this today by Mr. Andre Jick, which you can see in the little Brady Bunch area below.
Oh, what's up?
And Kristen Gerhardt is also here.
Hello.
You hear me okay?
I don't want to be Jan. I call not Jan.
Oh, yeah, if we were a Brady Bunch, I don't know who I would be, but
I
would
want
not
to be Alice.
Okay, that's who I would be. I would be that one.
What? I just called it. You can't take it from me after I called it.
Yeah, I
I
get
don't think I've ever seen that show.
the Brady
That's
Bunch.
fair.
Not even the
That's
movie.
fair.
Nope, never.
We might have to.
Oh, really? Go to Hawaii?
All right, new broadcast plan. Cancel all of plans. We're just gonna live stream the Brady Bunch. We're gonna recite the script. Kristen, pull it up, and we'll start now.
Yeah.
Got it.
Just kidding. So we have a lot to cover.
Hello.
We have audio. If you guys can hear us and see us in the comments, post in the comments below. You can, if you're watching this on YouTube, you can chat in the comments at theory11.com/expose. That's theory11.com/expose. If you're not watching this live, then you can't really comment live for obvious reasons. But
if you're not here to hear this.
yes, I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but we can't talk in the past. But no, if you're watching this live, feel free to post, ask questions, post comments during this broadcast. All of us here on the panel are reading these comments. We've got a lot to get over this week, so we're excited to chat with you guys, and I'll let Kristen start with the news.
All right. So the Daily Mail posted just a little while ago, actually, some photos from the set of Houdini and Doyle. And we've been talking about Houdini and Doyle for a while on Exposé. So to actually see photos of the cast in costume, they're not really like on the stage. They're more like eating a sandwich from craft services. But you know, they're like in costume, so you can see what Houdini's gonna look like, and you can see what Sir Arthur Conan Doyle's gonna look like, and it's pretty rad. So you should check that article out, and it's gonna come to ITV in 2016, so stay tuned.
I was made aware moments before this broadcast that Adrian Brody is not in this. This is heartbreaking.
Well,
But no, so you said it's not. They haven't
right.
announced too much yet. They just posted some pictures, but there's not like a trailer or anything out yet, is there?
No, not that I could find yet, but the pictures are awesome. I don't know if you've seen them. There's not just one. There's quite a few pictures. It's great. And the costumes and Houdini look really, really good. So I highly recommend checking it out. It's making me really excited for the series. So, in more magical news, Masters of Illusion live show just posted some new tour dates to their tour schedule. So they have the tour dates through, I think, this month, but they also have all of October and then February 2016 announced. So you should go up there and check that out, because it might come to a city near you, and you can see it, and then also watch it on TV. It's kind of cool, too, I guess.
Where is that touring?
Oh my gosh, everywhere.
I'm gonna look it up.
Let's look it up, yeah.
Do a lot of research before each of these episodes, so I like to.
So much research.
Here we go.
I think
Atlantic City, New Orleans, San Antonio, Texas,
all over the
North
US.
Carolina. I live in South Carolina. I don't know where that is. Nashville, Tennessee. Yeah, so all around the U.S., mostly East Coast.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is cool. So check out mastersofillusionlive.com for that. There's a bunch of people on it. Rick Thomas is on that. I'm assuming they'll have tigers of some sort.
If there isn't a tiger, I'm going to be a little bit happy, because then it means they didn't have to lug this beautiful tiger around with them in this live tour. So I'm really secretly hoping there's not live animals. I would love it if they brought out like a full-size tiger stuffed animal, though. That would
Rick
be
Thomas used to do a
super
lot of cats and not cats, lions. And,
like the musical.
no, absolutely nothing like that. Rick Thomas used to have tigers and like lions of his Vegas show, but maybe because this is on tour, he has to like downsize and use actual like, kittens and things just for.
I have to tell.
It's like the same props on the
It's right.
show, but like this, instead of like a lion roaring, it's like a.
Very nice.
Sorry to interrupt.
And then I don't know if anyone trolls Reddit, like apparently all of we do, the Theory 11 crew trolls Reddit. There was a magical photo bomb behind the Sky News TV broadcast that went up, and it went straight to the top of Reddit. So everyone saw this and snickered at it at home in their jammies over coffee this morning.
I'm watching this right now. So yeah, so if you look in the background of this dude, and this was supposedly on Sky News. I don't know if this is actually the case or not, but it's a
Supposedly
viral.
on Sky
It's a real
News,
viral video. I don't know if it's a real video, but you can see in the background they're doing the squeeze box illusion. I think it's an Andre Cole illusion made popular by David Copperfield. But
yeah, has this been verified as like an actual news broadcast?
it's been
video?
verified as not actual news broadcast.
Okay, so it has been debunked.
It has been debunked, but it is still.
Still pretty cool.
It's really cool.
And then Brian Brushwood did a little bit of awesome rad psychic surgery on Fool Us. How cool is that? Look at that. There's like fire in the background and like, ooh, blood. You got everything you want. This is beautiful. Look at that person's just so excited about it.
Yeah, it was a trick with a bill. It was a signed bill with a serial number. And he made a guy eat it, and then he got it back. That was the trick. It was really disturbing. It was awesome. It was funny. It was a fun trick. I don't think that Brushwood's a friend of mine, but I don't think he went on the show to goal of actually fooling them, even though the show is called Fool Us. I think he just went on wanting to entertain them, entertain the audience. His biggest goal wasn't to actually fool them. It was just to have a great, memorable, fun performance, and I think he definitely accomplished that.
He did really well,
Punched through a guy's stomach. You know.
He did that.
Just like he went totally Temple of Doom with the fire in the background and everything. It was so Temple of Doom.
My favorite.
It's a beautiful visual. I enjoyed it.
Doom's
And then
so
I don't know if we're mentioning this, but we're all going to say a quick happy birthday to Dan White.
Dan White's birthday is today. Yes.
Dan White's birthday.
We posted on Instagram earlier today. Dan has the best birthday present of any performer in that he's doing a performance. He's got a show sold out tonight in New York at the Nomad Hotel. Dan is at the hotel right now. I just talked to him about 30 minutes ago, getting ready for that show. So he's got one show tonight, 2 shows tomorrow in New York City. But if you haven't already, go on Facebook. You can comment or Instagram and comment and tell Dan happy birthday on the post that we made earlier today.
Yay!
Well, I
And that's
have
the news.
a cool story to share with you guys at the end.
Okay.
At the end, but
Oh, at the very end of the episode.
well, towards the end.
Tell us
Not
now.
really.
Somewhere,
Exactly.
at some point, Andre will tell a
At
story.
some point.
We're
It's
not really
fun.
sure when or where.
It's pretty cool. It involves Blake.
We have a lot to talk about Blake.
We do.
Yeah, we have a lot to talk about Blake this week. Andre will get into some of that in a minute. So we're going to be showing you guys throughout this episode some sneak peeks at what we've got coming out over the next few weeks at Theory 11, which is a lot of new stuff. We're going to be showing you some video clips on this episode with regard to a special guest. The special guest that we have planned for today is especially busy today in rehearsal, so we're not sure yet if he's going to actually make it on this episode yet or not. Your surprise will be as much as ours, but I'll leave it to be a mystery. If he isn't actually on this week, it's for a very good reason. We'll have him on in the future, but stay tuned. We'll see if he actually shows up, if he's able to show up, but I'll let Andre talk about our new releases and our new plans for the next few weeks. In the meantime, we have our 8-year anniversary at Theory 11 coming up next month on August 31st. So we're particularly excited about that. We've got a lot of big, crazy, fun, exciting new things planned. So Andre, if you still there?
Andre has disappeared.
Andre vanished. Right when I need him.
No! But it'll make it all that more epic when he comes back and then tells the story.
He meant to go away and just like drop the mic and leave.
Yeah, that was his big surprise for this. He was like, I'm done.
Yes.
That's it.
We'll wait for Andre. Refresh.
For the Theory 11 anniversary, can we or can we not go go-karting?
I would gladly do that. You're talking, there's this place in Vegas that's right off the strip that's an indoor go-kart racing place that tradition has dictated that Andre Jick has won every single go-kart race on this thing that we've ever done, because Andre, G-forces don't apply to him. Like, he doesn't, like, normally when you're racing, like, you go as fast as comfortably possible without, like, physically hurting yourself, because, like, you'll just going into a corner too fast and like hurts but Andres doesn't care. He just does it anyway, and he wins every race because of that. But we've raced a good amount of people. I know Dan White we've raced before. Certainly Michael James we raced multiple times. Andres won the majority. I think I beat him like 1 or 2 times. That's not what we have planned for 8-year anniversary. We have a lot of new releases. I think we have like 3 or 4 new releases that we're going to be rolling out over the next few weeks in celebration of our 8-year anniversary. So I'm going to be showing you guys some of those throughout this broadcast. Andre may or may not come back to talk about them in a second. The first of which I guess I'll go ahead and get to while Andre is troubleshooting is a new effect by Blake Voigt. And if you guys saw on Exposé a few weeks ago, Blake demoed this effect live for you guys, but it is called the Invisible Card. We posted on Instagram sometime in the past week a picture of the packaging for that. That was the Theory 11 logo you guys could see on the packaging for it. But it is a really powerful, really practical, simple effect. You have your hand closed the entire time in a fist, just like mine. The spectator names a card. Let's say they name Jack of Diamonds. You then open your hand, and you're holding one card in your hand. You don't switch it. Your sleeves can be entirely rolled up. You unfold that card, and that's the Jack of Diamonds. So it's a really amazing. Kristen, have you seen that effect before? Besides that,
I have. Yeah, I've had the pleasure of seeing that in person, and it's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. You see it and you don't believe it, and you want to just like smack Blake in the face. You're like, no, that's not possible.
Andre, I see he's writing in our chat saying he's still alive, so no worries, he's still alive.
Well, that's a good sign.
He got signed out, so he's going to be back in a second. But anyway, we're going to show you guys a clip on this episode of Exposé from the Invisible Card video, which is going to be rolled out over the next few weeks in celebration of our 8-year anniversary. So in addition to that, hold on, our other special guest is texting me.
Oh my goodness.
Hello?
Oh, Andre's back.
I'm back.
Hello.
Sorry about that. Google decided to sign me out in the middle of it. Weird.
Darn it, Google.
All right.
Andre, I was giving them like a preface on, we've got multiple releases coming out over the next few weeks in celebration of the 8-year anniversary. I talked about the new Blake project, the Invisible Card. And I said we would show them a brief video excerpt from the video about it. So
first, let me do the wire stuff real quick. I'll tell you guys all the cool releases we had this week, and then we'll get to all the Blake stuff because it's awesome. So
suspense. Okay.
Yeah.
Suspense. Where was I? So yeah, the first release I believe is called Rackerai. It's really, really cool. It's basically a one-handed flirt move like that, but he's doing it with one hand. So check it out. This is what it looks like. Let me find it. Go. Very cool, right? Really cool. I like that a lot. So that is free. So go download it right now before the guy starts charging for it. But the second effect we have is called Rip-Oration by Andrew Salas. It's spelled like reparation, but with a rip. Rip-Oration. So it basically starts out, you have your spectator pick a card, they sign it, then things get really interesting because the card is basically you place it on the deck, then it's torn, and you can actually show the torn piece, so it is actually torn off rather than like being just ripped. And then as you wave your hand over it, the card visually restores, or not visually, I guess, you're waving your hand over it, so you're using a cover action, but then it restores basically, and you can have them sign it, and there are no duplicates involved, so that's pretty cool. There's like 24 minutes of instruction, I believe, and 2 bonus effects that come with it, so it's like $3.95. I think it's really well warranted for the price, but let's take a look at what it looks like.
I like it already.
pretty cool.
Nice.
Very cool. Yeah.
Yeah, looks great.
Very simple.
What's that?
Very simple, very clean. I like it.
Yeah, it gets to the point pretty quickly. So, yeah, those are our wire highlights for this week, but here's the little story. So as you guys may or may not know, as JB covered it, we flew Blake out, and Blake is an amazing friend of ours. He's a creator, phenomenal. He's like a genius, and a lot of the projects that we do, we get him involved on and ask for his opinion and his input on things, and he's extremely helpful. And anyone that has met Blake will tell you he's like the nicest guy in the whole wide world. So he's incredible to work with. So last week, I believe it was last week, right? We flew him out here in Vegas, and we put him up in a really nice hotel. It's like the newest one here in town, on top of which there is a pool, like a beach club or like a nightclub type thing. But it's like really exclusive, and we really wanted to perform there because we needed performances. So we're like, okay, how do we get in there? Well, Blake looked really, really fancy. He was like peacocking all the way because he had a suit, he had a tie, he had his dress shoes. He looked great. And I didn't look like a slouch, but I had a camera, so I looked pretty legit too. And we're like, okay, we're not going to get into the front, but we're magicians. We'll find a way to get in. No problem. We'll find a way. Okay. So we take the elevator to go upstairs to the floor just below the pool. Okay, this is below the pool. Yeah, and Blake has this brilliant idea, and normally Blake has really brilliant ideas. Just this time around, not so much. So he's like, perfect. Let's go through the back. Let's use the fire escape, the emergency stairs to get up there. And I was like, great idea. So we get to there. We get into the fire escape, like stairway, and we get one flight of stairs up, and we get to the door to get outside to the pool, and lo and behold, it's locked. So we're like, damn it, we're not going to be able to perform. But it's okay, it's fine. We'll go downstairs, we'll go back down to the elevator, we'll go outside, we'll perform. It's no big deal. Unfortunately, it wasn't that easy. So this is what happened in the immediate aftermath. So let me show you guys. Where is it? Yes, stuck.
Hey guys, what's going on? This is Blake Boy here with Andre Jick, and we're shooting a new project here in Las Vegas. Just trying to get roof access by sneakily sneaking through the fire escape, the fire stairs. Realized that we locked ourselves out of the floor. So now we are progressing down 8 stories of stairs because we cannot access the hotel through the doors. I really hope that the bottom door is open, because otherwise we're in trouble.
They were never seen or heard from ever again.
We'll check in later. Moment of truth. Where are we?
What would have made this so much better is if the fire alarm went off and when you guys opened that last door. So not only did you
not made it better.
That would have made it not only like this walk of shame down the stairs, but then you would have attracted all this attention right when you got to the base.
Now I got legitimately scared though, because we went back down that flight of stairs and we were so that's not even a worry we had. We're like, let's just go back down to the elevator, and it was like closed. Like imagine being locked out in that scenario, and it's hot. Like they'd find our bodies probably a year from that point.
Blake is honestly still there.
Or never unless there's a fire.
Still there. Exactly. Or never until there's a friggin' fire. Yeah. So that was our adventure. But we recovered and we went right kind of like next door to a place called The Link, which is basically the world's biggest Ferris wheel. It's here in town, just like right next to the hotel, and we performed, or rather Blake performed, and he did like a phenomenal job. I don't know whether it's a combination of like Blake's approach or like the effect that he was doing, but everybody seemed to have like a really amazing time, and we had like a few rejections because coming up and asking people to do magic on the street and like random strangers is like the weirdest thing you can ask.
It is one of the top 5 like weirdest things you can
It's like, hey, you want to see something weird?
Yeah. That's like to catch a predator. Like that's
The way that you said that, just like the facial expression you made was so good.
I don't know. And that's how people are, but it's cool because Blake, we filmed all of that, and I actually kept it in. So when you guys get the invisible card, when you get to see it, like the performances, usually they'll start with like, "Hi, my name is Wayne," or like, "Oh, here, pick a card." This one is like, I start recording when Blake's like, "All right, I'm gonna go get those guys right there," and then he like runs up to them. He's like, "Hey guys, can I show you something cool?" And then he like back paddles and he's like super nice about it. And they're like, "No, I'm sorry, I'm pregnant. I gotta feed my baby," or whatever it is. And then, so we kept all that stuff in, so I can show you guys.
It makes it realistic. People can see like with our actual realistic.
Exactly, yeah. The approach, exactly, and it's really helpful. So I'll show you guys a quick sneak peek of an excerpt from the project Invisible Card. Let's get to it.
This could be a no. It's like a 50-50 shot. How are you doing tonight? Good? Can I show you a quick magic trick? I'm just doing magic tricks out here. They're free. Really quick? I promise it's fun. Hey guys, how are you doing this evening? You guys doing good? I'm doing magic tricks just for free on the strip. Do you mind if I show you a really quick trick? It's a fast trick, I promise.
Yeah.
That is a great excuse.
Right?
Have a good night. Okay, what's your name? Alyssa, I'm Blake. Nice to meet you. Do you mind if my buddy Andre films it? It's just for like a YouTube video.
Sure.
It's just for like a YouTube video.
Of course.
Is that cool?
Yeah. Hi, Andre.
Is that cool?
Sure, why not?
Awesome. Hey guys, how are you doing this evening? Good. My name is Blake. I'm doing magic tricks out here. Can I show you a quick one for free? It's super fast. No? You guys want to see one? No? Okay. He resulted in whistling. He decided to whistle.
So that's it.
Great
Pretty
success.
cool.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. It was a lot of fun. A lot of fun. And the video is like three more minutes, so there's so much fun material there.
It's not all
Really
rejections,
great.
though, right?
It's not all rejections, no. Surprisingly. So that's all we have on Invisible Card for now. What else is there? What else do we have? Black Tycoons, we mentioned that?
No, so last week on Exposé, the comment contest was to tell us what color you guys want the next Tycoons to be. We obviously have the red and the blue already. Those already exist, so you have to basically name another color. It was a very difficult challenge. But, so we got a lot of you guys who gave us your opinion on what you'd like to see next. We considered all of those. We looked at all those. We made a decision. We have a new color of Tycoons coming soon. And Andre, do we have a picture we can show them? That is the die that you're seeing here. I'll show you Andre's thing. That is the actual metal, copper, brass die that you can see here of our production process this week. This is actually happening right now. And then the next picture Andre can show you, drum roll, drum roll, drum roll, is the new black and gold Tycoons. They look pretty sick. They look really, really amazing. So that will be the next color edition of Tycoons. The gold foil in this is so detailed, like the detail of the, even like the white hot stamping you see on the face on the front of the box and on the ace of spades. They look awesome. So we're really excited about those. Stay tuned over the next few weeks. Like I said, we got a lot of new releases coming out for our 8-year anniversary leading up to August 31st. So that certainly is one of them.
Yep.
Woohoo!
Woo! Awesome. Well, that's it for some of our releases, pretty much. What else we have?
There are more. There are more releases that we've not talked about at all yet. Like,
do we want to mention those?
I'm gonna leave some just as a total like blank surprise that people like we've given people, you know, they realize now that we've got the Invisible Card coming soon. So people out there that are listening to this that are Magic fans, it really doesn't get much better than that. It's a practical effect you can have on you at a moment's notice. That's awesome. And then for all of our playing card enthusiasts, we've got multiple things coming soon. That's one of them. One thing I will say, I'm reading your comments right now. We've got a lot coming. Yeah, someone's saying their birthday is August 26th. They're almost twins with Theory 11. Unless you were born on August 26, 2007, making you 8 years old, then it's not the exact same birthday.
Who is letting you watch this podcast at 8 years old
But if
and
you're 8 years
comment
old,
on it?
but to be fair, if they're 8 years old, if Gabe is 8 years old, he has impeccable grammar. It really is great.
Phenomenal.
Really, A+. There's some good questions coming into, so we'll get to these in a few. We're going to, I want to show you something that we've never shown, we never posted about before. We released 2 editions of MailChimp playing cards several weeks ago. Those were in collaboration with MailChimp, the email marketing company. These are really fun and playful cards, and more importantly, the proceeds from that goes to a good cause. It's called the Fuji's Foundation in Atlanta, Georgia. This is a school for refugee kids and families from all over the world, from Sudan, Ethiopia, Uganda. They relocate these families to Atlanta, Georgia, here in the U.S., and it's just a school and it's after-school programs. So the proceeds from those 2 decks of MailChimp playing cards went to and continue to go to the Fuji's family. So that project was awesome. We had a great time working with Fuzzco, the design agency, and MailChimp on them. So we thought for summer, because it's summertime, we would do a very special edition of these MailChimp playing cards. These are not for sale, and they will not be for sale, but I do have them in my hands. So you guys are going to see this first. This is a deck of the MailChimp Summer Edition playing cards. So we call these the Summer Edition because it's obviously like really bright and fun summer colors. These are orange, really
So great. I love that. So great.
You know, it's like a kind of a yellow-orange hot stamp on top of the paper. So this is the box with the little monkey man on the front of it, gold foil sticker, embossed gold foil sticker. This one's opened, obviously, but the one that we're going to have as our prize today is not opened. I'm not giving you a used deck. But even cooler than the box of these is the cards that are inside of it.
Slowly.
What?
Slow.
Even cooler. No, I won't tell it. Someone's saying, why are these not for sale? Because we only produced a very small amount of these. These were for MailChimp directly, and we only have a very tiny amount of them. So we do not plan on selling these. These will only be used on like prizes for things like this episode, and we might do something with our elite members. So if you're an elite member, stay tuned over the next week. But let me show you what the cards look like, because they're awesome. Prepare yourself. You might want to put sunglasses on. Again, this was the summer edition playing cards, so the cards themselves are very vibrant. These were the first neon playing cards I've ever seen produced. So these are them. You can see this is neon, bright neon colors. The same design, ultra thin borders, just like super fun colors in time for the summertime. So even the Ace of Spades, this is actual neon ink. I've never seen actual neon ink on a playing card before that's this vibrant. So the court cards, let's show you guys the Queen of Clubs is here, again, with a bunch of neon inks on them. You can kind of see that looks yellow on camera, but it's actually not yellow. That's like an orange tone. That's neon. Yep, very, very, very bright, fun summer colors. The Joker as well. Here, I just showed Kristen this before this broadcast for the first time. So you see, this is the Joker. So all these super fun, vibrant colors. So this is going to be our prize today on this episode of Exposé. And Andre, should we go do the contest now, or should we hold off on that?
No, we should hold off on that. We have, speaking of playing cards, we have the How It's Made video. I don't know if you guys saw that. I don't think we showed that on Exposé last time.
No, we posted this on YouTube a few weeks ago, I think, in the video section at Theory 11, but we never really talked about it too much. So we basically have this video that documents how we make things. I was trying to find another example. How we make things like this, and like shows our production process behind the scenes, the steps it takes, and why what we do is different than what any other company in the industry is doing in terms of quality of playing card packaging, especially. So this video mostly is focused on tuck cases, but shows what our process is like, what we do, and why it's different. So, Andre, if you have that clip, we can show them what that looks like. You don't have that clip?
No, I have it. I have it. That's
I was like, oh, why are you laughing?
how it's made. Oh, because I just said something.
Yeah.
1 second. Well, how made? There we go.
Andre's going in and out of muted.
Pretty cool.
So it gives you a little bit of behind-the-scenes look of how we do what we do and why it's like this elaborate process. And it's not like it's so easy to make something like this. And the papers, the processes that we use are very different than what anyone else is doing. And I think that shows when you hold something like this in your hand. I get a nice close-up shot so you guys can see what these things look like. They're pretty awesome.
So great.
Boop. Awesome. I'm reading a bunch of these questions coming. Let's see. Andre, is you posting this? That, yeah, flourishing with these MailChimp Summer Edition deck may cause seizures.
Yeah. How to handle hecklers.
They
Just
are,
blow
yeah.
their face. And then they just start. Yes.
They're so vibrant.
So bright.
Hold on 1 second. Andre, someone's asking you a bunch of questions here. We have, what was the first move that you created?
That's a good question. That's a really subjective thing. Like a first good move, or first move that I don't know.
That you still do today. I'll say maybe that.
Ooh, man, I don't remember. Honestly, there's too many that I don't know which one was first. I don't remember.
This one. When did you?
I know the first one I learned. I know the first one that I learned was the Cobra cut. That was the first one I learned before the Charlie A even.
Really?
Just got it recorded.
Who does
Yeah.
that?
The kid who could not afford $25 for one move, which at the time was like standard. So I paused the video and then I rewinded it 100 times before I got it. And it took me 6 months to learn, which is really terrible. So had I started with actual like basics and had a solid foundation, that was actually a smarter way of going about it.
Did you know that that was a really difficult move when you learned it, or you're like, nope, this is the basics, I have to start here, and you started with...
No,
like,
the tagline of the move at the time was, the world's hardest one-handed cut. It's like, great, I'll do it.
that seems like a good basic to get down.
Great, sign me up. Yep. And I got bit by the bug. Didn't see it. Oh, Saturday, not Saturday Night Contest, comment contest. We have the chimps. So, guess how many chimps, counting the court cards as 2, there are on the playing cards, including the tuck case and everything on the box, including the cards everywhere else. So, we already had that contest before. So if you guys remember what that number was.
So the first person to say it correctly is the one that's going to get the prize this week. Not the, it's not a random thing, because we've asked this question before. Some of you guys might even remember it. So the first person to post correctly how many chimps are on the MailChimp playing cards, including the box and the sticker, right, Andre?
Exactly. The box, the court cards, the numbers, the everything. So first person that comments gets that deck.
We're getting a lot of comments I'm seeing coming through here right now. Let's see, someone's guessing 72, 104, 35, 72. There's 2 people that guess 72 at the start.
Let's see.
52. 104. A bunch of people, I guess, 89, 104, 105, 52. Andre, I don't know what the final number is. I don't remember what it was. So, are you looking at these comments?
I remember what it was. I remember. It is less than 50, I'll tell you that.
Well, I got a major hint. Less than 50. So, the first person to get this correctly, again, you can be chatting at theory11.com/expose. So, if you're writing this somewhere else.
Last time I did this contest, I said that we counted, but I only counted the court cards as one, which I guess was my fault. But this time, you count everything. So, this counts as two.
Still no one correct?
Very close. Someone's got like within one. Somebody already said within one away, but not yet. Nope. Oh!
There it is.
Lay Gelkins. 46. 46.
You win.
Yay!
Yay!
Pretty sure that's pronounced Lee, not Lay.
Leelkins.
Yeah, Andre. Legerher. Legerher?
Yeah.
Is there a silent Q in there? What is the final number?
Congrats. 46.
It is Lee. Told you. Bingo. 46. So congrats to Lee. We'll look and see and verify that's correct, but looks like Lee was the first person to guess 46. So Lee, you are going to take home these, the ones that are sealed, shipped on the house, wherever in the world you are. Yeah, Marcus writes, it's worth getting your name butchered if you win, though, right? I agree.
Sorry about that.
You can either keep these now and give people seizures or sell them on eBay for $300. Up to you.
They are awesome, yeah. So we do not plan on selling these ever, at least anytime soon. We only have a very, very small quantity of these. I only have like 3 of them at my house, and you're getting 1 of them. But they are awesome. They're really cool, and again, like these are made to support a good cause, so it's cool.
Yeah, it's amazing. I love them. They look so nice, like so pretty. I was not expecting the cards to be pink when you first showed them to me. I was like, what?
I love the orange box. The orange is such a cool color.
Yeah, it is. I
I think
love
it's
orange.
great. Yeah.
Summary.
Woohoo.
Big
Yeah,
orange.
don't you dare wear those in fall. Or not.
Don't you dare wear those in fall.
This is obviously a summer palette, okay? Gosh.
Use it for catalogs and footwear.
It's my
So
magazine.
Is our special guest coming up, showing
I'm
up?
texting our special guest. He's writing me back now to see if he is available. I know he is in rehearsals today. If he doesn't make it on, I will tell you who it is. So it's not like you'll.
But if he does make it on, you will not tell them who it is.
Correct. We'll have to know if he comes on here. In the meantime, obviously, feel free to post your questions for us on the panel here. In the meantime, while I'm waiting for our guest to write back and see if he's going to join us or not.
Ah, the suspense.
Marcus is writing, what Pantone color is that? The neon? These are the actual neon colors. This is in like a neon Pantone palette, which is I've never even seen before. We've never used that vibrant of a color before. So like in person, I know in video it's kind of hard to see, but in person it's extremely, extremely vibrant.
Yeah.
Our special guest is trying to join us. He's having trouble.
Nice.
So I think there's a chance.
Telling me there's a chance.
Andre, someone's saying to say their name. So I'm going to let you say it so you can try to butcher it as much as possible.
Yeah.
Wait, who said that?
I don't want to tell you because then you would know how to pronounce it.
What? I don't even see that comment. I see. Say my name. Oh.
You just have to sing "Say My Name" by Jesse Shaw.
KCA7? Or is that
Obviously, it's Kaseya.
Kaseya7?
Kaseya 7.
It's probably a guy, and his name is Casey A7. It could be a
What?
girl.
It could have just been somebody who wants like an awesome Saiyan name. It doesn't have to be a guy. Come on, girls
Saiyan.
like Dragon Ball Z too.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't think about that. That's amazing.
It does sound like a Saiyan name, doesn't it?
Sam. Yep. Sam Mom.
Just saying. I don't know. Just saying.
Just saying. Get it? Get it?
Oh, puns.
I
Rumpelstiltskin.
can't wait till the new.
Guess my name. How are we? Can you give us a hint?
I can't wait till the new Dragon Ball Z comes out. That's gonna be so.
Hamilton. That's my guess.
Hamilton? That's what you're guessing?
Because I want it to be Hamilton so bad.
Alexander.
I'm gonna go with a basic name. Herbert. Your
That's
name.
not a basic name.
Herbert.
Herbie. Your friends call you Herbie, but it's actually Herbert.
This is what we do to kill time on Exposé. Guess my name contest.
Say my name.
A name contest right now.
Aw, yeah.
Oomples. That's awesome.
All right, we'll give this person another 1 minute to see. In the meantime, Andre will teach us all how to do a giant spring.
Yeah. It's basically you do this. Just kidding. I remember JB started learning the spring like how long ago? Like 2 years or a year ago at least. And you started like this. Like you were like.
What do you mean? I started like. What are you talking about?
That's what you used to do. And then like a week from that point, you were like, hey. You know,
I think I made some bet with Andre or someone when I was trying to learn I think Stardust, right? And I was like, I need
something like that. Oh no, you learned Bullet. You're like, what else can I do? And I was like, I think you should do the spring. You're like, all right.
I was trying to learn Stardust, I think, and I was trying to get the catch down, and then I was it was just like a daily challenge. I was trying to get I think 15 catches in a row because I was like my definition of getting the down pat. And like 2 weeks later of doing that 10 hours a day at my desk all day is when I finally got it down.
Yes. And then you learn the spring pretty fast. Like, can you still do it?
I don't know if I can do it I cannot do it as big as Andre does the spring, but
You can still do it big. Nice.
that's all I got.
Nice. It's good. Oh look, I have the second edition Artisans. Are we bringing those back soon?
I think we have both Artisans back in stock now, the black ones and the white ones.
Nice.
I think we do have a special guest. He is working, trying to get this Google thing working now. So this might actually not be anticlimactic if we can get him to show up here.
Isn't it just clicking the link?
I believe it's just clicking the link.
Oh.
Let's see here.
Silence.
Somebody just said Kristen face. What does that even mean?
Obviously it means Kristen's face.
That's crazy. Where did it just go?
You're talking about our special guest, Andre?
I saw it
Clicked
too.
away.
I saw him. He was here for a second. I don't know if you guys saw that on your side, but
It
trying.
was like a little apparition for a moment.
For doing what it is that he does,
I know, right?
this is uncommon.
Very complicated process. You've got to click the link and.
I mean, you have to have some sort of thing that connects to the interwebs. That's really complicated.
Connecting his abacus right now. Here we go. Wait, maybe it worked.
Oh, yay!
Yay!
Can you hear me? I see you. Homer, can you hear us?
I feel like we're talking to a ghost. Like this is a seance.
Homer's not real.
Or somebody. Or an autistic 2-year-old. Homer. Homer!
Homer!
I see him.
Homer's
His hair
hair.
looks great.
Almost.
Homer looks like a Super Saiyan, but it's
Andre, do you see glasses, Homer?
Oh my
Right?
gosh, I wish that's what happened to you in real life when you became Super Saiyan. Oh my gosh, that would be so
I like
great.
that. I like that a lot.
Let's
That
see.
should be Homer's next release for Theory 11 on Super Saiyan.
Homer saying,
You? I don't think
Yeah.
we hear you.
we can see you, but we can't hear you.
All right, so everyone has to ask Homer questions that can be answered with a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Because we're on a podcast.
Or a handshake.
All right, we're gonna work on audio. Let's see. Check audio setting in the gear.
Homer, by the way, is one of the most talented guys that I know. He has taught me a lot of what I know how to do in terms of video and photography, because he's been doing that stuff with David for the past at least 20 years, long before then too. So, really, really cool.
Absolute genius. Hands down,
Yeah.
absolute genius.
So good.
The Google Hangout audio might not be one of his areas of expertise, but everything else,
He does have his limits.
let's see. But now, oh, wait. Now I see him from a different angle. We still don't.
he's just tweaking his shot right now. He's got to get the lighting right, and
Someone's asking,
That's
Homer,
all.
thumbs up if there'll be a new release from you in the not too distant future. Let's see.
Then why doesn't he have a good camera? That's fine. Well, he's using the FaceTime camera. He is not using his DSLR.
What is he holding up? He's trying to communicate with us.
Oh, that's his camera. That's what he uses. See, like
Just-
Homer has always taught me that when you first start out, you want to buy all the equipment that you can, but then the better you get.
wait, he just lit himself. He lit himself. He did. Yeah.
Oh man.
yeah.
We can't hear you, but you look great, and your hair is phenomenal.
You look great.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
I just heard something. I heard something.
All right. Hello.
Hey.
Yes.
There you go.
I
Can you
got
hear us okay?
1 minute. Yes, I can. Am I being broadcast or is this a test?
You're being broadcast right now.
Are
And,
you serious? That's great.
yeah, we can hear you now, and we can see you. We've been seeing you for a few minutes now, but
It's just like the world right now.
you can hear us okay?
Yes, sir. Can you? And I'm clear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can hear you now. I can hear you now. So you guys, we've got a bunch of members in our chat room here watching this episode live right now. We'll let them submit some questions for you. Hopefully we can hear you answer, or you can just use sign language and communicate with us throughout this. Homer, can you still hear me okay?
Yes.
Bingo. Andre, let's get some people started. So what are, from your perspective, what are some of the things like you've learned from Homer, his experience, things like that? What's something that you think the members listening to this could uniquely, I guess, learn from what Homer does?
Jeez, Homer has so many skill sets though, from industrial design to creating huge illusions to doing photography, amazing photography, doing amazing cinematography. But from my personal standpoint, he's showed me just the most important takeaway I've had thus far is the importance of lighting and just how unimportant your equipment actually is, like your video camera. Everybody seems to be the number one question when they see cool videos is, oh, what camera did you use? But in reality, it's the least important tool. I mean, it's one of the tools, but if you're good and understand the concepts of making videos and cinematography in general, you know that you can make amazing videos with an iPhone if you know the basic concepts of lighting or composition or framing your shot and things like that go a much longer way in making amazing videos. But that's just the tip of the iceberg. I don't know where to get started, where to even get started as far as what I've learned over the years with Homer.
Homer, I guess a good thing just to start things off here is what do you tell people when they ask what's your job? I know your title is design director, right, for David Copperfield. But like, if someone's asking on a daily basis what your job is, what do you do on a daily basis? Does that change so much, or is it hard to even say? Like, one day you're working on this, and another day you're doing something totally different, and that's been that way from the beginning, or what is your life like?
Well, it changes sometimes every 5 minutes. Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you. But here we go. Yeah.
I kind of have a sort of that. I like to try to do everything myself. Sometimes mentality, which is good and bad, you know. So I tend to pick up skills. You know, I grew up. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. I just grew up with an art background. My dad is a very amazing fine artist and sculptor, so I kind of had a natural art talent. I went through industrial design school where I learned. And what's great about industrial design, I know that Collingworth is also an industrial designer, is it's discipline with methods. A designer is good at graphics. He's good at engineering. He's good at making models and mock-ups, working with foam core, doing final paint, and problem solving. All of those which I do not have skills with. But no, I tried to. I learned as much as I could in industrial design. It sort of applied to everything I do. So working with David, David's the best at you. So if you don't know a skill, you eventually will figure it out and learn it, because when it comes down to it, you learn what you need to learn to get the job done. So in the course of 23 years of being with David, I've learned a lot of skills that I never thought I'd ever even dabble into.
Was that, like, when you started working with David, was that part of your role from the beginning, was getting involved in all these creative and production and all these areas, or did you start just working on the magic and then you started doing a little bit of this and then you started doing a little bit of that and then now you do all these things? How did that progress?
Well, hold on, my backlight's too strong. So the way it started, you know, I worked with Chris Kenner for many years. We put books together and magazines and worked on some magic together, his own magic. And when Chris started with David a couple years before I did, you know, he knew eventually I would be fitly in with this group. And when an opening came up, it happened to be for an administrative assistant. So the first year on the job was typing letters, taking dictation, making phone calls, doing travel, setting up catering, you know. But probably within a month of doing that, I was, you know, David was in the middle of preparing for the Unexplained 4 TV special with the ghosts and those illusions.
Was that like Barkley House?
Yeah, the Barkley House, yes. Within a month, David came up to me because he knew I had some design skill before I started. Yeah, we have this giant blade that comes down and grow in two, vertically, the vertical saw. I like to make the blade look a little more menacing. There's a post that the blade hangs on that looks kind of flimsy. Can we beat that up and make it look cool? So that night, and it's funny because my parents were in town, and I didn't really get to spend much time with them because I was, you know, we'd work all day, and then after the shows, I was sort of my design time. I would do it on my own. So I drew the vertical saw concept in my hotel room with my parents sleeping in my bed, you know, with a lamp on in the dark, just drawing. And I came up with a concept, and it was really cool to see that a few months later being built and hanging and being used in a TV special. That was like one of my first time projects that I did for David.
How old were you at the time?
I'm Shim Lim. Sorry.
How old were you at the time?
I have no idea. It was 1994, I believe. I have no idea how old I was.
You were 7.
We all think that's hilarious, apparently.
And honestly, one more question I have to run. They're rehearsing without me right now, and I need to kind of get back to them. And I would love to join this again and go more in depth. But
I guess if you have to go, I know you got one more question because you got rehearsals to run through and new tricks that you guys are adding to David's show at the MGM in Vegas as we speak. I guess one question I have is like, how do you, over the years, you guys have done the biggest illusions that have ever been done. You've done things on television, done things on stage. How do you stay inspired? Like, what keeps you excited and inspired to like continually challenge yourself and do new things, or is it just because you've done so many things before that you're challenging yourself at this point? Where does your inspiration come from?
The key is, I like to learn something new every week, if not every day. If I'm doing the same over and over again, week after week, I would have went to another job a long time ago. David keeps it fresh and challenging. He has amazing visions, and then we collaborate and come up with incredible things. We're not just magicians, we're inventors. David's always inventing. When someone says, oh, you can't do that because it doesn't fit that way, David figured out a way to re-engineer something or to re-choreograph to make it happen. So we're constantly problem solving, and that's what's challenging about this job. It's what keeps it fresh, is we're always up against, well, you can't do that, and our mindset is, well, we got a way to do that. So we're always overcoming challenges. And then as far as learning is, when I started, I could draw, and that's about it. Now I can edit music in Logic Pro. I can edit video in Final Cut, Premiere. Started with After Effects. I'm learning to do sound design, working in surround sound in the next few weeks. I've learned a scenic paint. It's just, I'm always learning to do things. I'm trying to get more into photography and cinematography. So everything I'm learning, I'm trying to gear towards those skills. So, a few months ago, we put a brand new movie at the beginning of the show that shows David's passions as a kid, learning to overcome his fears and achieve the impossible. The show is called Live the Impossible, and the first thing I did was I said, David, you leave me alone. 5 o'clock, I will have a video for you to put in the show tonight. I'm going to shoot it. If I have to shoot it with my iPhone, if I have to just do temp shots, and I had a video in this show that night. So I find ways of changing myself and also growing in all my skills. Because photography, any kind of photography or videography or music or anything, you're never going to learn everything. If you really are a true learner of any craft, whether it's cardistry, magic, music, building a house, you should always be learning and improving. Every time you build a house, it should be slightly better than the last one you built. If you're doing the same thing over and over again, then you're just getting by. You always should be improving everything you do. So, can I get a picture of everyone that's watching? Hold on. Okay, and... All right, thank you.
That's actually a full-size DSLR camera. Homer just has really large hands. If you've seen Coin One,
Full frame. That's a full frame right there.
All right, Homer. I know you got rehearsals, so we'll let you go. But thanks for bestowing upon us your advice. Thanks for doing this.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm bad with technology and I'm out of time. But
yeah, you're so bad at technology. Let me tell you. You're right. Thank you for coming.
Thank you so much. Thank you for coming. Yeah.
All right, have fun and keep doing what you're doing because that's awesome. All right, I'm sing off. I'm sure.
And Homer will be joining us for the remainder of the episode.
Homer will be
The touch.
So we had a special guest. Good, it worked. For those of you who don't know fully Homer's background, I couldn't get into it because he was only one of your for a short period of time. Homer is the design director for David Copperfield. He's worked with Copperfield on tour, on his television series, and on everything that they've done for over 20 years now. So he's, I guess, part of the trifecta being David Copperfield, Chris Kenner, and the other part of that is Homer Lewag. He's sort of like a jack-of-all-trades genius. Obviously, he's technically talented. If you've seen Coin 1 and Coin 2, he's got a few releases of Theory 11. If you're unfamiliar with it, you should definitely check them out. But with Copperfield, he's sort of done everything, and he designs illusions, and like the 13 illusion, if you've seen, where they vanish 13 people at once. portal where David teleports to a beach and across the world. All these incredible, huge props. It's like the largest magic illusions that have ever been done. And Homer is the creative force, at least designing a lot of that stuff and working with David and his team to bring them to life. So really, he's our go-to guy, at least I know for Andre and I, at least creatively. Always very inspiring because he is constantly learning. Homer's the type of person. Andre, I'm trying to explain this right. But like when you buy basketball at Walmart.
Yeah.
And it comes with like those 9 pages of instructions on how to operate the basketball that you clearly don't read. Homer reads that stuff. Like he wants to learn the right way to do everything, and then he will practice it until he has it perfect.
Yeah.
My vision of Homer, and it's really amazing to see him work because he not only does he work really, really fast, he's got it down, he's dialed in, but like he does it in a way that like it's so interesting. Like I've seen him shoot with a DSLR camera, also holding a light, also holding his iPhone, all at the same time, in like this contorted position, trying to get the perfect shot. And he gets it, and he'll sit there and he'll edit it on his phone for you right then and there and send it to you. And you're like, oh my gosh, this is the most beautiful photo anyone's ever taken of me ever, and you did it in about 5 seconds. He's just incredible. It's absolutely amazing.
I like his advice about just doing something often or every week that makes you uncomfortable in such a way that you steps outside your comfort zone, something you've never done before, it's a new skill that you've never tried before, or you're just practicing something because you just don't do every week what you did last week because then you're not creatively going to grow.
And he seems to get a lot of inspiration by just kind of going out into completely new territory. Like, hey, let's go over here. I've never been over here before. Let's just try this. Or let's shoot with this kind of camera. Let's shoot with this kind of thing. I haven't really done that before. It's like, okay, whatever you want.
Didn't he shoot with an actual film camera when you were with him, Kristen?
Yeah, he shot with an actual film camera, and it was incredible. He was holding a film camera and a light and his iPhone, all 3 of those at the same time, taking photographs. I've never seen anyone do that before. It was amazing, and the photos were insane. He made this. He took things that were just around and used them and repurposed them and used them in ways that I never would have thought, like a mirror or a reflective surface. It was absolutely amazing.
Exactly.
And he also taught me about John Cusack movies, so I owe Homer that.
Trying to see.
This is like Homer in a nutshell. Oh, my hair gel. Oh, I can use this as a flare for my iPhone. Look.
Seriously, I look like this, and I'll just little smudge.
Yeah, exactly.
This is amazing. I thought this would be Homer in a nutshell. Look, I'm in a nutshell. No, Austin Powers references.
Yes.
Had to do it.
Yes. The more the better.
Actually, he would just use the nutshell to take awesome pictures.
Basically, he'd use it as a set.
Yeah.
Homer has also done a lot of the photos you see on Theory 11's Instagram account. I know we posted a lot with Andre. Andre does like kind of street photography photos we posted. There's several months ago. He's an amazing photographer. He's an amazing everything of creative everything.
It's true. It's
Yeah.
true. He also loves Star Wars.
He also does love Star Wars.
He is the biggest Star Wars fan I've ever met. Like the biggest. The biggest.
So yeah, you can check out more stuff on Homer on his website, or check out his releases, which are several on Theory 11. But definitely inspiring. I think no matter what you do, if you're a coin magician, card magician, non-magician,
human being in general.
Yeah, human being in general. There's something from Homer and his work ethic and his quality of work and dedication to what he's doing that's inspiring.
Also, his Instagram account is gorgeous.
Yes.
If you have an Instagram or you just want to check that out, it's
he has amazing photography. So if you go to his website.
But even with videos, he does these really cool videos for it and everything. They're really neat. He does amazing stuff.
Yeah. No, he really is. Hard not to get a good photo of Kristen.
That's actually, I wish that were true.
I love that, like I'm talking about Homer is such perfection in photography and videography, and a solid 10 minutes of this episode was trying to get the video working. But minus that, everything else, video-wise, is
I
absolutely.
promise, most of the time he's really, really good at it.
No, I think this was not his issue. He's actually back in that video where he was joining us today. He was backstage at the MGM Grand in Vegas, and back there the internet connection is not very solid. You're backstage at a theater, on the ground floor of a really big hotel, so the internet connection and all that jazz is not very good. So don't blame him for that, but take his advice. And I know he was only on here briefly as our special guest today, but I think it was meaningful advice. So hopefully you guys took home something from that.
Took home or something from that.
Got something in your brain.
Yeah, puns.
Puns. Well, I think that we were going to leave it with the comment contest, but now we already did that. Now we have Homer, so we did this in a weird order. But I think we got.
I think this is our longest episode.
Yeah, I think we got through all the content that we wanted, and we're at about a full hour now. So yeah, any final questions you guys can post in our chat room. We'll stick around for a few minutes after this to answer any questions you guys have. Again, we've got a lot of new stuff in store over the next few weeks and releases. Yes, Bryant is asking limited MailChimps for elite members. Maybe. So if you are an elite member, stay tuned to your email.
You can buy them? No.
Yeah, stay tuned to your email over the next few days. We'll see what happens. But again, these are extremely limited. We do not intend to sell them. But our winner of the comment contest in this episode, hopefully you enjoy them. To everyone else, stay tuned. We've got a lot of those new releases coming. Magic, Blake's Invisible Card, multiple playing
So
cards.
good. Yeah, I'm so excited for the Invisible Card. So good. So good.
We've been hard at work over the last few weeks, and we will continue to be until all this stuff is out. And thank you guys for joining us on this episode. Last but not least, thanks to everyone on this panel, Kristen Gerhardt, Andre Jick, the ghost of Homer Lewag, who's no longer here, and all you guys in the chat room for joining us today, bearing with us throughout technical difficulties of getting Homer Lewag, but we did it. We went through a lot of effort. We made it happen. Homer did join us. So that is all for this episode. We'll see you guys on Exposé next week.
Thank you guys.
Bye. Bye.